apologies for the intro screen. I know it was still supposed to be Julien, but I forgot to make a new one. I didn't have one that wasn't gaming themed or not like Holo Taco logo launch themed. So yeah, oops, my bad. It is still Julien Aries season though, of course. How is everyone? Happy Simply Saturday. Yay, I finally caught alive. Welcome, Mental Princess 19. You didn't even notice, Angel Simmer. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the mods. We got Mel and Nail Art, Holo Combo, Carol. Maybe some others hanging out in here. Welcome to the Menchie Gang. I see so many Menchie Gang members. It makes me so happy. I mean, it makes Menchie happy, not just me. But like especially her. Oh, you got a double Menchie. It's the same angle, right? Because we're doing nails today. Maybe we are doing nails. Your box is arriving today. Whoop! I'll just give like a quick shipping update. We are mostly through orders from launch weekend, from the Julien launch, which was last Friday. So the warehouse and the fulfillment team has done absolutely amazing. There are still some orders though that are still pending to go out. So yes, it is possible that some of you are still waiting for a shipping confirmation, but like, don't worry, we're not done, and they will continue through next week. Thank you, Roxanne, for gifting 5 memberships. Menchie Gang, 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 Menchie Gang. That means 5 of you will join the Menchie Gang and get access to silly emotes like Menchie Angel, Menchie Scream, Simply Poggers, and etc. Menchie Detective. Thank you, Carrie. I just broke my nail at the gym. No! No! R.I.P. They're as long as yours, and it broke in half. Damn. Yo, lesson for everyone at the gym. You gotta slow down. And I don't just mean on your reps. I mean like for your nail's sake. F for the nail. Yeah. Definitely not GG's. Just F's. What tea are we drinking? Good question, Bunny Boo. It's a black tea. And it's delicious. I actually think this one is Melbourne Brekkie. Melbourne Brekkie? Christine made her own tea today. Yes, I did, Bentendo. He's busy moderating, so I made my own tea. No, I just showered and then made my own tea. So I also painted a base coat. You know, just doing normal people, human things for myself. Where did I get my mug from? If you put !T in the chat, there will be links that come up for my Simply's Picks page on David's Tea. And yeah, that's my affiliate link, and they ship to US and Canada, but that's why there's 2 different links. So click on the country that you're in and you will find it directly on my Simply's Faves Picks. Simply's Picks page. Simply's Picks, which equals Simply's Faves. There it is, but you have to click on the actual link. The page is only accessible through these links. So many people doing !T. Just in case, like I do notice maybe it's totally my bad for not doing streaming education. I know that there's probably disproportionately more people watching my stream than like people who watch Twitch streamers, for example, who aren't used to commands. So when you do ! And then a word in the chat, as long as I've programmed that word like on my back end, then it may actually trigger something. So for example, like !T is a command where our robot Stream Elements, which is a bot, not an actual moderator, but they have to be a moderator to like action the events here, will respond to you with the requested event, right? Isn't that amazing technology? Yeah, so that's a thing that people do on streams. But if you're not really used to watching streams, that's what people are doing when they're doing like !T or Amazon, which is my Amazon page. !Holo Taco does nothing. Wait, does it? I can't remember. There's !Discord, which will just give you a link to our Discord server. No taxes. Stop it. Okay, they're not programmed. Yo, you guys are hilarious. Exclamation mark vacation. Yes, Ben. Banana. Yo, you guys are funny. Okay. Carol has put the real one in. Exclamation mark commands will, Stream Elements will give you a link for the list of commands, and then you can open up that link. Here, I'll just show you while we're here. Stream education, and this is a public thing where you can see all the things you can do on this channel. I am thinking of adding more, just like more fun things we can do, but you know, I'm still learning, honestly. So there's Amazon, which triggers my Amazon link, charity, which triggers the a spreadsheet link of all the charity donations we've done through the Menchie Gang. Commands, Discord, HT support is customer service for Holo Taco. Join is how to join to become a member. Menchie time is if Menchie is streaming, you can do exclamation Menchie time and it'll just tell you the uptime, which is just how long the stream has been going, but it'll say it like with Menchie's name in it, so it's just cuter. Socials, T, uptime, and what do you think? I might add some more. Open to your recommendations. You can leave those in the Discord in the Simply React, because like I'll go through and read that. If there's any things like that you guys are requesting that we could do here that I have the capacity to do and isn't beyond my knowledge, then I will try to, because I think it's fun. Anyways, just some quick streamer education. Also, if too many people do the same thing, I don't think our robot's gonna return it like a million times. So if someone's already triggered that command, you don't need to trigger it too many times. My nails have been naked for a month for a practical part of my nurse studies. So happy to be able to paint them again. Wow, I mean, like, that's awesome. Thank you for your service. But yeah, glad you'll get to be able to paint them. Menchie the cat has been sleeping live for 9 minutes. Yes. I mean, that's also true, though. That's actually true. I just got my box yesterday and painted my nails bit blue with Holo Taco. I find myself no longer using gel polishes. Love the quality. Thank you, Michelle. Wow, that's huge. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys using all your member chats. If you're a Menchie Gang member, especially those who got gifted a membership, you get one of these free green highlighted chats per month. YouTube just gives it to you, which is awesome. I finally caught up and watched the last Detroit Become Human episode. I was rolling. I agreed with the last poll. I had not seen this outcome before. Oh my god, guys. I have not like slept or I've not slept. I've not been able to not think about what happened in Detroit Become Human, honestly. Like, I'm still rolling from it. I can't get it out of my brain. I want to go back. I want to keep playing, but you know, it's Saturday and I promised we'd do nail art. Maybe I'll do a poll in a second, though, after I read this other super member chat, just to see, like, who is there. Shout out to the warehouse team. Thank you, JD. You make it all happen so fast. Time to drink some green tea and grate my nails. Happy Saturday, everyone. I love the vibes of this message. Happy Saturday. Everyone have some tea and chill. We are going to do nails today, but I just want to ask, hug the child. No, yo. The 2%. Okay, so many of you were there on Wednesday, whether you watched it live or on VOD. I actually do want to do a quick poll because YouTube doesn't give me this information on the back end, so I have to ask you. I just want to know how much my Wednesday gaming and Saturday nail art, etc. stream audiences overlap, like for my own research and knowledge. So I'm just gonna say, were you there to, or hold on. Oops. Sorry, one of my hands is kind of wet because I just painted a base coat, so I'm typing with one hand. Did you witness my Detroit Become Human fail? We'll just call it a fail. Fail on Wednesday. Whether you watch it on VOD. VOD or not, you can still say yes. We saw what you did. Downfall. Yeah, downfall was a better word. Detroit Become Disaster. So the name of the game is Detroit Become Human, but I think it's like Simply Remain Android. is how I've been playing it. Simply Remain Robot. What unicorn skin should I put on I'm Live? Ooh! Did you watch my last stream? The Julien stream? Because I went through a bunch of combos and I showed you every single one of them. So you can go back to that, take a quick look, and you will see every single option to decide before you try. Try before you buy. Or you already bought, but you know, see before you try. Witness before you try. I cried laughing. I've gotten a lot of that feedback. Please hug the child. Guys, I cannot get it out of my head. Are we using Julien's collab for nail art today? Yes, we are. And I have a swatch wheel that I actually painted with early prototypes of his collab where I was testing nail art. So I'm going to show you guys that too. But I've got my nails are naked. Are your nails naked? Comment in the chat if you're naked. Yo, your nails, obviously. That's what we're talking about. I'm in the 2% who did not hug the child. But if it was a cat, I totally would have cuddled it. Hey Christine, watching while finishing my last university assignment for the semester. Only got a couple thousand words left. Woo! You're almost done. The semester's almost over. And then there may be another semester, or unless you're completely done. But yeah, one semester at a time, you got this. So happy that I caught a live stream. Just got my Julien box yesterday. Love the colors and can't wait to paint my nails. Woo! So yeah, a lot of you may actually have your box. I know not everyone has them yet. So, you know, I'm not using the collection to make people feel bad, but I would like to use it for those who would like to play around, just see what you can do with it. And of course you can watch this on VOD. Maybe you're watching right now on VOD in a week from now. Melon. I'm uncomfortable with children, so I'm that 2% not hugging. Yo, same. We're deviants. Okay, let's see the poll. Did you witness my Detroit Become Human fail on Wednesday? The majority of you did not. Okay, see, this is what I wanted to know, which I thought was the case, because I'm aware that not everyone watches gaming, or me gaming specifically, and that there's some people in here that even though the number of viewers might be around the same, it's a different group of people. Okay, so thank you for answering that poll. You're missing out though, if you didn't watch gaming. And I, as someone who has never really been a gamer, am saying that. Like, what? It's been fun. Like, I just want to game every day now. Like, this is my new arc, guys. No more nail art. We're just gaming. All right, but today we'll do nail art. Manchi. My box came yesterday. Too bad my husband got into it and used some before I got home. Take that back. Give it back. Monstera looks great on him. Yo, Ben was wearing Monstera the other day on his stream. It looked so good because he was matching with his hoodie. I'm like, who are you, me? I always matched my hoodie. Thank you, Maya. I didn't get a chance to get the box because I was waiting for my paycheck. I did order Magical Mustache, though. So excited for it to arrive. Do you want to know something amazing? Well, like funny. I don't know if you think this is funny. Magical Mustache is still in stock. It's the only shade that's still in stock. Justice for Magical Mustache, everybody. Can I get an exclamation mark? Justice for Magical Mustache. I don't know what that command will do. It's not set up, but, you know, let's just pretend it'll do something. I'm currently wearing Magical Mustache, the one shade from Julien's collection still left in stock. I'm also wearing Gold Flake Taco. Because, you know, look at that golden chocolate. It's better than a Lindor commercial. Look at that delicacy on my nails. I missed one. Thank you, Maggie. I got my box on Wednesday and I'm obsessed with each shade. Currently rocking Bet Bet Blue with linear Good choice. Can't stop looking at them. Yo, we love the combos. We love the combos. It's metal chocolate. It's elegant nails. Okay, tell that to Anna. What's her face? These are elegant nails. Would you eat them? I would eat them. Don't eat the nail polish. Disclaimer. This is an even better combo if you put matte taco on. I was just impatient, so I just did glossy taco. But I think this looks so delicious and yummy, like literally a chocolate bar with like golden nougat in it, you know, like blah, blah, blah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We are elegant on this chin. Okay, so that's what's on my other hand. And on my main hand, I am naked with a little bit of smoothing base coat. I'm also wearing peely base under my smoothing base, which is my standard go-to for my personal needs for doing nail art because I like to peel it off. But I also have such raw nails from so much swatching and prototyping. So like, I really need an extra like layer of thickness as the base to fill in the groove. So that's why I have smoothing base on top of peely base. Most people will not need to do that unless you're like a seasoned nail painter and your nails are like super raw like mine, which is probably like 2% of you. Christine's nails are so damn pretty. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. They're getting a little long. I filed them like slightly, but I do have to do swatches soon, so I have to find like my optimal length. Thank you for the super chat, Summer. My plant-loving friend is leaving to get her doctorate in the fall. Awesome. I mean, sad that she's leaving, I guess, but that they're leaving. As a going-away gift, I got her a Monstera Gold Flake Taco and a Super Glossy Taco. That's a great combo, too. Oh, my God. Gold Flake Taco over the green Monstera. Even though I love purple shades, Magical Mustache is actually my favorite one in the collection. It's speaking something to me. Thank you, Xaichi. It's so delicious. Very delicious, so delicious. Okay, that's not. Let me show you some behind the scenes testing that I did when I was trying to figure out A, like, do the color scheme work together for Julien's collection, and B, I was also testing nail art brushes at this time. So these are not necessarily all the final shades that Julien landed on. This is very early on. I don't have a date on this wheel, but this was several months before we launched. And I was just playing around just to, you know, test the nail art brushes, which I was like approving at that time. And then also with his tentative polishes to kind of set the vibes. And I sent him this, just like quick freehand. And this is before we were firmed up on the stickers. So that's why I was like hand painting like a crown logo and a smiley face. And these were some attempt at lightning bolts. I don't know. Wasn't really doing this to necessarily show people or my best work, but it was just a very quick, like, rough, what can we do with this collection? How does it work together? What are the vibes? I added matte taco on a few of them to also kind of like see what that does. And yeah, I had sent this to Julien when we were working on it. And he was like, that is so cool. And I think that it gave people like confidence in what you could do with the collection in a nail art way, like how the colors tie together. I will just say though that this purple is not the final purple. This is the final purple he went with, so it's a little bit off because this is an old prototype wheel. Thank you, Zeta. As a guy in loving the Julien collab, Peely Base helps with changing the color so much. I've done my nails 3 times in the past 24 hours and again now. Wow, 3 times in the past 24 hours. That's you're a swatcher now. I hope you're taking pictures. No, it's actually not Lavender Gate. You know what it is? This lighting is off. Hold on. Like, it's making it look lighter. I wonder if this will do anything. It's not what you think it is. It's like in between. And now 98% of people in the chat are like, what? What are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just know that I love purple. There will be purple. There will be more purplish. So I think I want to do something like this. Not necessarily exactly this, because this was just playtime. But yeah, kind of like inspired by the vibes of Julien's collab. Not using his stickers this time, but using nail art brushes to kind of just, you know, play around. So drop your suggestions, like what do you like about this wheel? Do you want a grass nail? Do you want a leaf nail? Some more abstract stripes? We could do like, this is dry brushing, where I use the fan brush. I think like one nail, kind of like that, could look cool. It's like edgy. I like that as like an accent nail. Leaves, hollow, leaf nails, grass. We could do like touch grass nails. Maybe the theme is we touched grass nail art. Planty. Fan brush and leaves, dry brush and nails. Gradient. We could do like one gradient. Leaves, nature. Gold flake. Camo. Grass. Grass. Touch grass. Water marble. No. Go fuck yourself. Respectfully. Thank you again, Zeta. Also worth noting, it was so fun doing the launch stream and nerding out over data and having different fan groups come together. It was 10 out of 10. Thank you. I had so much fun. Like, that was like, no collab can compare. I mean, I know it was our only collab so far, but it was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun. I wish I could relive it 10 times over, but then I would probably die of like no sleep, but it was amazing. Please do the leaves one, a dotacure, smiley crown plaid. Okay, but we're gonna do a mixed methods approach. How about that? We'll do a little bit of everything. Should I plan? Hold on, I'm gonna get a piece of paper to plan. Minty. Elegant nails convinced me. I just ordered magical mustache. Yo. Elegance. Look on the white background. It looks even more elegant. Obviously, look how rich I am. These nails instantly make you look like you're rich. Affluent nails. All right, I have this random piece of paper. Remember when we were testing the nail art brushes, what it could do? So what I sometimes do is I kind of just like draw really roughly. There's some nail artists who do a much nicer job at this, and they'll like spend hours, or they'll use like their technology to do this, like on an iPad, and color it properly. I just do this. I just draw it sometimes with marker, and I'm like, what do I do just generally speaking on each nail? So I know we want to do one of them as a gradient. So maybe we'll do the middle nail will be the gradient. And I'll pick the colors next, but I'm just picking like the theme. This one I want to do a dry brush because I feel like that these two could be accented as dry brush, like the thumb and the accent nail. I kind of like making these two nails the same. I don't know what it is. I definitely want to do a grassy one where it's like coming up the middle. So maybe this one is the touch grass. I just realized the beginning of grass and gradient are the same. Gra. And then we're kind of just left with a pinky. So I could do cute little leaves on the pinky. Maybe I just do like the falling leaves. Yeah. So now that I have my what I'm painting on each one, actually we could do something over the gradient too. Maybe I just do like these abstract leaves, like the longer, like the bush leaves, plus long leaves. Yeah, let's do that. So let's call these short leaves, and those will do gradient, and then the long leaves over top. Guys, we're making this way too complicated. A duck? No. What sound does a duck make? Or a goose? I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. I really like using the striping brush, like the long grass look. I just love that tool, so I'm gonna use that for the long leaves. And then in terms of colors, now what I'll do is I take the actual nail polish. So I'm just gonna grab out a Julien Collection and kind of figure out where I would put these. And I just like roughly put them down as like a mental note for me. I'm not trying to like actually do the nail art here. So let's start with, which shades do I think would gradient nice? I kind of want a gradient with great. Is that weird? Yes, it is. It's totally weird to mix formulas, but I feel like it could work and look really good. So what if we did great and Bet Bet blue maybe? And then we did the grass and green. But then you may not see the green over the great, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Thank you, Zeta. Thank you. Has any data from this launch giving ideas or plans on making more nail art stickers? They're so fun. I don't know if the overhead to produce them is pricey, but hopefully the sales show there is interest. So yeah, that's a good question. We still have the stickers in stock, by the way. The stickers and magical mustache are still in stock from the Julien Collection. It is really hard to judge whether people are interested in those beyond just Julien. So from sales perspective, because they're all Julien related stickers mostly. So I'm mostly just relying on, listening to your guys' feedback in the chat, but appreciate you expressing interest in them. So yeah, leave comments. If you guys want stickers that are more generic Holo Taco type things, I'm mostly waiting for people to actually get their collection to use the stickers. And then here. So if I did a poll here, I feel like some of you don't actually have the collection, so you'd be voting without knowing whether or not you like the product. So I might do this poll a little bit later. Holo stickers? Yeah, I don't know if they can in the material that we're using. I don't know. That's a really good question though. Just in my experience, like generally with other nail art stickers, the Holo ones have to be printed on like a material that's harder, and that actually makes it less flexible and easy to use in my experience with just like other ones I've tried. So I don't know. I feel like that could be a challenge. It's always a challenge. Whenever I say team add Holo, it's like always a challenge. But maybe we could make it work in standard colors. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to think what to do with the gradient. Maybe we do purple and blue. I'm live in Bet Bet blue. We could do that. Hold on. I need a minute to think. Thank you, Dalton. As someone who's not very versed in nail art, I would love to see more stickers. Thank you. Okay, taking mental notes. Menchie, take notes. Menchie, take notes.
As someone who is not very versed in nail art, I would love to see more stickers.
It's like a video game. I need to concentrate. I'll explain in a minute. It's like, it only makes sense to me, but... Alright, hold on, we're almost complete. And now there is always a possibility that as I go, I just decide to change something, but let me explain. The color that I've chosen on the base of the nail will be the base of the nail. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradient with these 3 colors because I actually think that grate could be a really interesting transition in the middle. Kind of a challenge to mix a different formula, like a metallic smooth chrome with the cremes. But I have the most confidence in it working with Monstera and Magical Mustache because those are so opaque and it's really the color that's lending to them being so opaque. So I think this can work and I think it's a challenge, but it'll be fun. And then for the dry brush, I would do Bet Bet Blue as the base and I would dry brush with Grate and Purple on top so you can see it over the light blue. And then on this nail, I'm actually going to do I'm Live as the base and then dry brush with Monstera and Grate. Sorry, Bet Bet Blue is the base. There's only so many times you can say Bet Bet Blue in a sentence without your brain malfunctioning. And then this one is just Bet Bet Blue with green grass. So I basically just like added what accent colors on top, and then this one I would do short leaves that will look exactly like this. That's the only nail that's gonna look exactly like one that I've already done. Draw Julien's face. Yo, I am not that talented. Who do you think I am? Nailing painting? Or Hey Salto? No, absolutely not. I am not that good, guys. I do abstract nail arts. Like I'm gradient. I do gradients. I do abstract stuff. I cannot draw faces. If I draw a face, it would be incredibly insulting to him. Like, look, this was my attempt before. That's Julien's face. Like, I love this stuff. This is kind of my vibe. All right, I've got my nail art brushes. Do you have your nail art brushes? Did anyone pick up the nail art brushes when the Julien set dropped? I wonder if more people did. I mean, I could just look that up, but I haven't looked that up yet. But has anyone in the chat, did anyone in the chat pick up nail art brushes or the new matte or dotting tools or hand cream with the Julien launch? You did? You did. Poisidon? I can never say that word. Penguins. I'll just call you penguins. And Evie. Jana. Rose. Helena. Cara. Oh, wow. So many of you. You got the mat. You got the set. Smart. Very smart. You picked up Got Cake. I like that. You got more hand cream. Yo, I saw someone on, I think was it Facebook? Someone said they bought 8 bottles. Someone said they bought 8 bottles of the Holo Taco hand cream because they're obsessed and they put them everywhere, including their car. And I'm like, same. Me too. But I know it's not the same thing because I didn't have to buy them. But yeah, like I'm obsessed with it. I use so much of it. It's honestly the best hand cream, but don't ask me. Ask other people. I also just wanted to warn that, yes, Holo Taco is currently doing a giveaway for signed collection boxes that Julien and I had signed. We did this in advance. Like, obviously, we didn't know that it would be sold out during this time, but there is an active giveaway. I think the deadline is closing today, if not already. But as a result, there's, of course, been a lot of fake scamming accounts that have tried to say and message people like, oh, you won the giveaway. So just make sure that whenever you get a DM on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, if it's someone pretending to be a company, you can know that they're pretending by checking their profile and making sure that it is the authenticated, verified account. Holo Taco will never contact you through an account that is not Holo Taco. If you think it says Holo Taco official, and then you click on their profile and they have like 400 followers and they're not verified, that's not Holo Taco. Please be careful with spammers, and not just for this instance, but like everywhere on the internet. If someone is claiming to be something and it looks a little bit suspicious, it's probably not real. The sexy bots are here. We have sexy bots. Just on time. Thank you, sexy bots. Scammers and sexy bots everywhere. We just can't get rid of them. Holo Taco will contact the winners directly through the official verified Holo Taco account. So if you do not get messaged by official Holo Taco, you did not win the giveaway. Sexy bots, go away. Okay, I gotta start painting. Connor's a sexy bot. Yo, he's dead though. No, I'm gonna replay. Okay, enough about Detroit Become Human. You're gonna make me cry. All right, so I'm going back to my cheat sheet of like, what did I decide was gonna be on the bottom? And let's go ahead. Let me just put this up. We have magical mustache on the pinky. Scammer? I hardly know her. Exactly, hardly. I mean, look at the coverage. Do not sleep on magical mustache. I got a little bit in my cuticle though. Ben, do you want to come up and help me with that? Menchie hair. Menchie hair is trying to get in. That brown is so yummy. I know, don't eat it. Hot chocolate? Yes. So sexy. It's like the most opaque of the whole collection. You could almost call it one coat brown. Thank you, Zeta. Sophia Collection. Is this a proposal? 5 shades, one of which is named after Krusty. R.I.P.
Don't read ideas.
Okay,
Then
I wouldn't
take credit for it.
I don't think I'd do that though. And then a 5th shade that is a Frankenstein polish of the other 4 bat stickers. I don't know how to respond.
There's no collab currently planned.
There is no contract executed currently, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's say that.
We don't currently have a
Yeah.
collab plan.
There. Yes.
Get people's hopes up.
I don't want to. The problem is I say like, yeah, let's do that, wink, wink, and then you guys think it's coming out tomorrow. Like, so no. Okay.
At the macro?
Yeah, but can you just focus on the middle finger? Because that's.
Can't really tell.
Yeah, there.
There?
A little bit more one direction.
Yeah.
No. Other direction. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, leave it there. All right, we're setting up the manual focus, so now it won't.
Is that a good angle too? Or do you want
Yeah. No, that's fine. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Give us the tea. No, I have the tea. Next time he'll bring tea. When's the next video? Is this not a video? I thought this was a video. Looks like a video. Alright. Second nail is a dry brush, and we're doing a Bet Bet Blue as the base. Thank you, Zeta. Sorry, just thought it was a fun thought. Haha, nothing confirmed. Didn't mean to have Daddy Ben yell at me. He's always looking up. Thank you. Daddy Ben is always... Why am I calling him? I'm not calling him that. Ben is always looking out. Ben is my lawyer, okay? Your Honor. All right, for the gradient nail, I have to think. So because I'd said that we're going to do these 3 colors, which color do I think would be best served as the base? Not great, because I actually don't want grate to be coming through on the sides where there's a creme. So I think I'll do Magical Mustache as a base, because it feels like it's a little bit lighter than the green. And normally my advice is to do the lighter color as the gradient so that the darker ones pick up better on top. Oh my god, that's so rich. Alright, now we'll do a grassy nail. Why is everyone saying Ben stop? Actually, don't tell me, I don't want to know. I'm busy. Yo, this is just ending up as a brown, blue, Manny. Yo, it's cute though. Okay, the thumb has a different base. But I find it really hard to paint in the air. So I'm just gonna paint on my desk. You can't see me, but I'm just painting my thumb with I'm Live. I'll show you when I'm done. One coat of I'm Live. What if we made a pride collection with jelly base and colored glitters for various flags? A lot of people will ask for pride collections, but I always feel weird because I don't want to participate in something if people if that's gonna come off poorly, or the corporate grade of it all. I'm definitely sensitive to that and absolutely never want to do anything that people would feel like, oh, straight white girls profiting off of that. Definitely don't want to be doing that. Rainbow capitalism, yeah. So while I am absolutely an individual who supports pride and everything and everyone, of all genders, sexualities, etc. Of course, you guys know me ever since I posted that video and everyone in America yelled at me in 2015. But as a company, I don't know if I want to start selling it. So I don't know. When we released the first original rainbow collection, which was always contemplated and never supposed to be for pride. But yes, rainbows are associated with pride. I get that. It ended up being released in the same month time frame as pride because of COVID and delays. So I just decided as an individual, I'd made a donation to, I believe it was Rainbow Railroad, which is a Canadian organization here, just to, show that I am, pro pride, obviously. But I don't know about tying it to Holo Taco sales, because that can be misinterpreted as a company trying to take advantage of that, and I don't want to do that. So I'm always feeling how do I be the most respectful? And that to me so far has been just do pride nails, donate as an individual to pride organizations or otherwise related organizations. So that's what I've been doing. And everyone's open to have their own opinion about that. So I totally understand. If you like when companies do that too, that's fine too. As a member of the LGBT plus community, I hate Pride Month because it's mostly just companies trying to profit off our struggles. And some companies will donate so that the appearance is they're not profiting, but maybe they are still profiting. I don't know. It's case by case. I'm not the person to judge or say this should or should not be done. Every case is different. The owners behind the company, maybe they have a reason, like a personal one, and that's fine too. So, I don't know. I just never want to do anything to hurt people, that's all. Planning with Simply, getting fall classes right now. Yeah, get those fall classes. I love picking out classes. Companies who change their profile pic to rainbow for Pride and sell Pride stuff because it's woke for the image is so shallow. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely not for me to say what's right or wrong. I do see companies doing that, and sometimes I know the owner behind the company, and like maybe they are a member of an LGBTQ plus community, or they know someone who is, and that's very close to their heart. So like, why shouldn't they be able to show support? But then there's other companies who it's like, that's not really what's going on. So I don't know. I feel like you can feel however you want to feel, case by case, depending on the company. Going in with a second coat of Magical Mustache. Even though like it looks pretty opaque, I always like to do 2 coats. I got it on my fingy. What I have seen, though, requested from us is to release an orange creme so you can complete the Pride rainbow. That is a request I will consider. But yeah, not in time for Pride Month, sorry. Basically, Joshua wants an orange creme. Joshua may or may not get Joshua's wish. What is your most popular nail polish? Well, the data show that One Coat Black is one of our best sellers. But One Coat Black has also been around since the beginning. So, like, it's hard to say because obviously a polish that has been around for 3 years will have sold more in total than something like we released this year, for example. But I will say that even still, even if One Coat Black like wasn't launched back when we first launched in July 2019, it seems like it would be in the top sellers too. So people just love One Coat Black. There's also an entire data stream on this. I know it's just 2021 data, but there's a highlight on that on this channel. Halfway to 2022 data stream? Bet. I mean, well, our the third anniversary of Holo Taco is coming up. So I would like to do something kind of special for that. I thought maybe like it'd be a podcast episode. Oh, wait, I don't need to do, sorry, guys, I'm painting and not thinking. I don't need to do a second coat because we're doing a gradient there. So we'll just leave that. I need protective peel. I gotta put protective peel on my middle nail. Okay, you guys are thirsty for data. My chat is thirsty for Connor or data. It's one or the other. Oh no, my nails are wet, so I'm having trouble like opening this. No! Okay, I got it. Are we going to get more colors in the same formula as Great? Well, the formula, okay, this is like kind of tricky and very nuanced. Great to me, is very much like our multi-chrome formula, but the pigment itself is not that shifty. But it's like the same texture and application, but the pigment is different. So we wouldn't call it a multi-chrome because like it shifts between light gray and dark gray, but it's basically the same pigment formula, if that makes sense. So if you accept that logic, then we already have 5. Thank you, Zita. I remember when you first announced Holo Taco sitting on a hotel room floor. It's crazy how far you've grown. Y'all are incredible. Can't wait for more. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your generosity. Yeah, that video of me sitting on the floor at VidCon, oh my God. I still, like, I don't want to watch it because I feel like it was such a moment and I would just, like, cry if I watched that again. Sitting on the fucking floor. So now I'm just going in with protective peel, which will help us do gradients so we can peel it off easily. It's like an easy cleanup hack. We had to cancel an interview with Entertainment Tonight because you stayed up filming that hotel floor. Yeah, that's true. Guys, I could have been on ET News. Wait, is that a Canadian thing? Do Americans know that? I don't know. I was tired. Is there a time frame between collections? Yeah, as much time as the detectives take to figure out all the clues, and then we release it. No, it depends. Some collections might be a little bit closer, some might be further. We can plan all we want, but sometimes there's just the reality of like when we actually have something ready, which is not the same thing as planned. No, yeah, ET News, not ET the movie. I don't really do the news, if you haven't noticed, or interviews. I'm terrible at PR for myself. Alright, I'll do a second coat of Bet Blue on this finger. And then I have to do, ooh, what did I get on it? No. A little bit of liquid latex looks like. Okay. Then I'm gonna do another one here. Off camera. Just because I don't want to float my thumb in there. Whee! That's 2 coats of I'm live. Guys, I'm live right now. Guys, I'm live. If you did not know this, I am live. Unless you're watching on VOD, then I am dead. When did I get into nails? Oh my god, this person. Are you new? No, just kidding. I got into nails in high school, which was only 10 years ago. I just started doing like every nail a different color and then a stripe down the middle with a different nail polish, and I used to buy these like Sally Hansen rainbow prisms, they were called, or Sally Hansen prisms. And they had a collection of these that now I know to be multi-chrome or hollow, or these like interesting shimmery ones. And I was obsessed with them. So I'd buy like every single color or shade in that particular lineup whenever I noticed that they were available at the drugstore. And yeah, that's what started my addiction. So I've always been obsessed ever since I realized that anything special existed. Could you do a data stream of which the limited bundles sold the best? Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Ben's faves. I could look at that, but I'd have to segment it by each time period because they were obviously not available at the same times. I do think like that data's less interesting because whenever we do those bundles, those obviously are not being purchased by like existing customers who have already purchased shades in those collections when they came out in the actual collection they were first released with. So the data is like less, I don't know, there's less to glean from it. It's more seasonal, which is kind of just like an obvious given. Like if Valentine's rolls around, we'll probably put some, you know, hand-picked shades like a bouquet into a bundle. But comparing that to St. Patrick's Day would probably only really show you whether people care more about Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day than it would about people's actual interest in those nail polishes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Also because like most of you already have those shades, or most of them. Not necessarily all of them, but if you already have a few shades in the bundle, like you don't really need the bundle. And I know so many of you have a lot of Holo Taco. Actually, we should do a poll. I mean, I know our back end, but it's always interesting to know like what proportion, how representative is the stream audience of what I see in the data for Holo Taco sales. So we could do that while I let this dry. Here, I'll do a poll. How many Holo Taco shades do you have? You'd love a bundle, choose your own bundle. Oh, okay, I see. So we actually have a build your own bundle now, but the way it's designed is for like the teaching of new customers. So you pick your own base coat, you pick your own creme, then you pick your own topper, and you pick a top coat like glossy or matte, and then you get a discount on that. So we have that currently, and that took like a really long time in terms of like website development and coding to get that out there, but I'm happy we have that for new customers. How many Holo Tacos do you have? Let's just do a poll. Okay, we'll do, so 100 means you have all of them. Okay, I'll do like, how about I'll do 100. Okay, I gotta collapse the categories because we only have almost all of them. I'll do that. Almost all of them. So you could be like 1 or 2 short. Or you could have between 50 to like 90, let's say. Or you could have between fuck, I need more than 4 categories. Susan! Oh, when I'm counting nail polishes, I'm excluding top and base coats. So like don't count long lasting base or glossy taco. I'm just thinking like just the shades, just the colors. Okay, we'll have to do 1 to 49 and then we'll do none. How about that?
Random question, and you've probably already answered this. Sorry.
We have released exactly 100 nail polishes with the Julien Collection, and that I'm just talking about just colors, shades, toppers that are pigmented, not top coats. I'm excluding top coats. All right, go ahead and vote. If you're voting on mobile, you'll have to open the live chat to vote. I just want to compare this to like our actual data to kind of know to what degree is the stream audience a repeat customer, because I can't link your data. YouTube will not give me your data so I can link you to, you know, my store data. Privacy or whatever. Imagine we could like ask you to consent to linking your data so I could know which of my stream members' audience have purchased what, and then I could cater my streams to knowing what you have in your catalog. That would be so amazing. But then I also understand people would be like, no, you cannot have my nail polish purchasing data. But that would be my dream. Please let me do a linkage. I just want to link you guys. Okay, I'll keep letting you guys do that. Answer the poll. And let me just think through. Oh, I forgot to put... Y'all making me forget my next steps. I do have to put protective peel on this finger and on my thumb because we're doing a dry brush. So let me do that. And you guys talk about your Holo Taco collections in the chat. Thank you, Carrie. I'm a collector and got cake coming back. Completed my collection, so I own everyone now. I've definitely heard people say that. So thank you. Yes, and I am glad that you guys voted to bring back Got Cake. So it's great that some people were able to finally get that. Apologies, I know the focus is off, but we have it on manual focus for the main fingies. Julien's collection was your first purchase, but I already want more. Thank you, Zombie Siren. Welcome to all the new people in here. Shout out to the new people. There's no turning back now. Wait until you watch me game.
I'm only missing some of the early limited edition ones. So
Thank you, Cuticle Nails. I'm only missing some of the early limited edition ones, so unfortunately I will never have the complete collection, but I am happy with my collection. That is a good attitude to have. I don't want anyone to feel like, you know, their life isn't complete because they missed something from 2 years ago. It is what it is. Hey, I love everyone's support and I cannot thank you enough. But I also, just as a human to human, you know, not Android to Android, I want to remind you that it is just nail polish. I don't want people to feel like they're inferior or inadequate for missing out on something, or, you know, turning to the black market of eBay to try and find a ridiculously overpriced polish that they're missing. Please, please do not do that to yourselves. It's just nail polish. But I appreciate your, you know, obviously support and excitement about the brand. But I don't want you guys to have any negative consequences as a result of loving Holo Taco. That's all. Good vibes only. Positive. Nail polish should bring you happiness. If something is no longer bringing you happiness and it's making you like stressed, mad, upset, and like it's affecting your daily life, then reevaluate, I guess, respectfully, in the nicest way. Okay, should we check the poll? Let's check the polly. How many Holo Tacos do you have? 20% said almost all of them. 20% are me. 19% of you, almost equal, have 50 to 90, which is a lot. Like, that's a lot. And then 37% of you, so a bigger proportion, have between 1 and 49. That's a wide ass category. I would totally have broken that down had Susan given me the opportunity to have more than 4 categories. And 24% of you have none. Okay, so this is what's interesting to me, is that a quarter of those watching my stream, at least on this Saturday, do not have any Holo Taco. It's possible that it's because you can't get Holo Taco, whether that's because you're not in a region where we ship to. I do see some people saying that. Maybe it's because you don't paint your nails at all and you have no interest in Holo Taco. Or it's because it's just not the right time for you to be purchasing nail polish. There's so many reasons why people don't have Holo Taco. This is not do not shame people who do not have Holo Taco. That's not what I'm trying to do. I literally just wanted to understand when I'm speaking to you guys and streaming, like what proportion of you have some of the items that we're talking about. So yeah, that's definitely good information for me to know that a quarter of you do not, and maybe a quarter of you just like aren't painting your nails. Interesting poll results. Thank you for participating. All the data. We got so many sexy bots. Did the sexy bots vote? Do they have Holo Taco? I'd love to know. Thank you, Summer Bell. I have at least one of everything. I got my office desk because it has shelves to display my nail polish collection. I work at a funeral home, and during the time we live in, doing my nails keeps me sane. Awesome. Thank you so much. So you can display your collection in your office. Thank you, Zeta, again. This amazing and inclusive community that Christine and the mods have created here is Holo Taco's contribution to Pride. It's a year-round support. Thank you. And yeah, definitely shout out to everyone who's in this chat, just being a wonderful, welcoming community. I hope that that's always been the case, and I wish for that to always be the case. That bot picked the wrong chat group. Yeah, like, you are not tricking anyone, sexy bots. Like, come on. We can spot an android. Because we are. We are machines. Will the sexy bots become human? That's a great existential question. Alright, just look at Menchie. I just needed to paint another coat on my thumb. Alright, the first nail art we'll do... Let's get the gradient out of the way. How about that? So I got a sponge. Let's cut it. Nail art sponge, also known as a foundation makeup sponge. We do sell these on Holo Taco, or you can just go to the drugstore, but don't use the expensive like $20 beauty blenders. Don't do that. You can get them for cheaper. Not all sponges are the same though. I will say that. The ones we sell are more dense because they absorb nail polish in a way that I find to be a better performance in terms of gradients. And this is how I reuse the sponge. You can't wash it once nail polish absorbs in it because it gets dried and crusty, but you can chop it off once it's dried. See? So this nail polish was, I guess that was from the holidays, eh? Yeah, so I'll just throw that out, and now I can reuse this nice flat edge. And that's how I get more out of my sponge. So this is my plan. I'm gonna gradient with these 3 colors in this order, and I'm gonna do like a regular gradient in this direction. Horizontal gradient. Nail art sponge as a beauty blender, you could. You absolutely could do that. What should be on the bottom? Brown. Let's put brown on the bottom. So it might be a little bit out of focus. but here. First we go in with the color we want to show up at the bottom of the cuticle and put that right on the edge. And then we're going in with Great, which is going to be our transition shade, which is weird, but I love it. And then Monstera. I might need a little bit more here. Okay, ready? Hold your breath. Yo, it looks like we touched grass though. It looks like we went outside. Okay, we'll do a couple more coats because I really need Great to show through. But it is kind of just distributing that like pigment, that kind of metallic sheen, which is interesting. I missed a few chats, sorry. Thank you, Carly Jess. It would have been cool if the website has a wish list feature, so when a new collection comes out, I can easily add other items I have been wanting. That is a good feature request. We're working on something different that I think is a higher priority for the website. The problem is, like, there's so many great ideas you guys have, but a lot of these take a lot of time and back-end coding. Anyone who's a website developer in this chat knows. And we also can't do anything to the website without fully testing it and making sure it works, because the last thing we want to do is accidentally break the website where like you can't check out, for example. So it has to go through a lot of testing, but we're working on many updates soon. Sending love to our mods, XOXO SexyBot. Thank you, Barbara is mad. Miss Pokets, when in a pinch, you can use the foam insert of the black HT shipping boxes to gradient for a Galaxy Mani. You absolutely can if you're looking for more like of a scattered, jagged, abstract gradient. I will say like that kind of sponge isn't my preference when I'm blending like cremes or linear hollows. I really want like the density of this kind of sponge. But yeah, I've definitely seen people kind of make do with the sponge in our packaging for sure. Use whatever you got, yeah. Okay, let's try this again. I feel like it looks dirty. Does it look dirty, chat? It does. I'm not giving up. Okay. All right, we're getting a little bit more of a... Okay, I think on the third coat, I'll be able to juice it a little bit. Never trust the gradient on the first coat. Exactly, amateur nail art. You should rename yourself to expert nail art. Absolutely. I've seen you around. You're not an amateur anymore. Never trust the gradient on the first coat. Have faith. Work it up. Thin coats. Don't over gloop it. Just do one coat and then like let it sit for a little bit. We're going to go back. Patience. I kind of like it. It looks like kind of army. Looks like a stripe. Like a gradient flag. Remember when I did Canada Day gradient flag nails? Those looked so cool. It looks clunty. We'll send them to Julien after. It kind of looks camo. I kind of like it. Swampy realness. Yeah. It's not dirty. It's earthy. If you're new to gradients, I would suggest just gradienting with 2 colors instead of the 3 I'm using, because that's always going to be more challenging, especially if you have shorter nails. It's much easier just to blend one color into another. And then I'd also recommend sticking to the same finish, because see how it's like it doesn't really understand how to translate between a creme and then a chrome and then back to a creme. I love a challenge. But it's going to require like more specific finessing at the lines where you're trying to blur the two. it's much easier if you're a beginner looking to do gradients to use the same finish. So if you wanted to gradient something in the Julien collection, I'd recommend picking 2 cremes. So you could pick Monstera and Magical Mustache and just blend those cremes together. Spicy. The blending will be easier to accomplish. But you know, I love a challenge. Swamp Family. Shrek. Yo, it's kind of Shrek. Yo, I like it though. Okay, I'm gonna do one more coat. One more coat for the win. I think that's good. It's a little weird, but I kind of like it. It's weird, but I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna peel. And there. That's how you do easy cleanup. Because the one thing that will absolutely deter you from doing a gradient is having to clean that off your skin. Blech. And that's just protective peel, which is essentially a liquid latex. Sometimes there's like a little bit left over in the corners, so I'm just going back in with my cleanup brush, dipped in a little bit of acetone. So I can just kind of paint them away, if that makes sense. In between painting them away, I'm wiping it on a paper towel and then dipping again in acetone. Don't mind me, I just love the perfect cuticle line. Did you miss the peel? You missed the peel, silly munchkins. Just go back. On YouTube, you can watch, unlike Twitch. Well, it's still live. And then I saw the shade, now I'm a believer. Yo, it's weird, but it looks good. It suits the vibe that we're going for. I love how your videos and streams can always make me laugh. Hoping you're having the best day ever, my fellow Canadian. I am having a great day. Thank you, Michaela, so much for your super chat. In Canadian dollars. Wait, is that how it looks for everyone? I don't even know. No, it doesn't. It says it in the currency that you're in. Okay, interesting. So, oh, I can prove that you're Canadian because it says Canadian. Who remembers shit nail artists say? Wow, I can't talk. I do. That was the first time I like tried comedy on the internet. Oh my god. Remember one of them is like too real when I was like at a computer and I'm like, you have to make it worth the shipping. Still true. But you know, now from the other business end for sure. All right, I would like to do, let's do the dry brush next, which is this nail. And I had said I'm gonna do it in great and I'm live. So let's get those out. Now, normally I would like totally just, you know, drip this on my mat, but because I can't move around my mat and I have my mouse like just here and I can't move it under the camera right now because it's locked under my keyboard, I would end up dipping my hands in it. So I am gonna use a yogurt lid, even though I don't need a yogurt lid, but it's literally just so I can quickly move it out of my way in frame to be able to show you what I'm doing with the fan brush on the mat, but then go back to my nails and not have to move the mat, okay? But normally, yes, I would just throw the nail polish right down on the mat. Do not paint your eyelashes with nail polish. What? Who said to paint their eyelash? Who's painting their eyelashes with nail polish? Who started this? Which troll said that? Do not put nail polish on your face. Yes. Do not put nail polish on your face, guys. What? Don't do that. Come on, besties. You know better. What? Okay. Anyways. Let's go in with I'm live first. So I would just plunk that down on my nail art mat. Pretend there's no yogurt lid. It's for my filming convenience. I'm taking my fan brush. And I'm just gonna go like this. And I wanna like stroke it a few times just so I'm getting rid of some of it. And then I'm gonna go back to my nail. And just very gently, because I want it to be distressed. Like me after playing video games. Me during a fight scene. Distressed. I am just painting in the One Direction. Like the band. She said One Direction. Oh my god. Because I'm going to go back in the other direction with grade after. So there. That's it. Just like, you know. Actually, wait. I kind of want to fill in that middle section. There. That's it. A little distressed. Now I would clean my fan brush. Let me show you. I'm just taking a little cappy cap. Taking my acetone. Don't drink the acetone. Are you guys over talking about putting nail polish on your lashes? Okay, good. I'm just gonna dip my brush in here. There's a whole segment on how to clean your brushes. There's a video on the Holo Taco channel. I've also covered it on stream. It should be in one of the highlights. But I'm just dipping it in acetone and then I'm rubbing it on a paper towel. Just in between shades. You don't have to like clean it that thoroughly in between shades if you don't care that much about cross-contamination. All right, now I'm taking Grate. Just dunking some down. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Take my fan brush. And get some of it off. And I'm gonna go the other way. Whoa, that looks cool. Looks like a barbed wire fence. Right? That looks cool. Yo, it looks like realistic art by accident. I do a lot of things by accident, it appears. All right, I'm kind of happy with that. So now we gonna peel. That's really pretty. The Grate has like a nice sheen on it, but then the purple was just a little subtle compliment underneath. It's kind of cool. All right. Now, I want to do my thumb, since that's also a dry brush. We'll just here. I'll have to change the focus and then change it back. All right, there's my thumb, and we're also doing another dry brush. And I'd said I would brush in Grate and Monstera. Ooh. What hot pink? Oh, this? I think I made that. Or is that the Flores guava? No, it's not. Yo, I can't even remember. This lid might be like really old, guys. Like, no, that means nothing. Stop it, detectives. Literally stop. Detective, stop. We need a new emote. I don't even remember where that's from. It's just like a random yogurt lid. You cannot trust all the yogurt lids in my house. Oh my god, I have to pee. What am I gonna do? Okay, I gotta pee with one. Oh, you guys. All right, detectives. Detect this while I pee. I gotta go pee with one hand. Did you guys behave? Did Ben run an ad? Mountain States Toyota. I know where you live because of that ad delivery. In the mountains in America. Okay. We did not fuck it up, so that's good. I cannot wait to get the collab collection. Thank you, Jessica. Can you believe you are coming up to 3 years next month? No. No, I cannot believe it. It's absolutely wild. Trying to copy Simply, and so far it's playing out like one of those cake fail photos. No, Cece. No. But you're not done yet, because I'm not done yet. You gotta have trust in the process. Okay, we were doing a dry brush on the thumb. So I'm gonna begin with Monstera. Sorry, yes I knew the focus is weird because we're going on my thumb. Alright, let's do this. Oops, I kind of put too much. No! I went a little heavy on it. Thank you, Nastya. Wireless mode revived my love for nail polish after 6 to 7 years being naked. Just wanted to say big thank you. Ooh, thank you. I mean, that's a great choice. You probably look at it every time and you're like, oh my god, this is like an ocean on my nails. It's beautiful.
Wireless mode revived my love for nail
And now I'll
polish
go
after
in with
6 to
3.
7 years being naked. Just wanted to say big thank you.
I painted my other finger. Oops. I gotta keep it out of the way. I kind of like how Great gives an overall metallic sheen. I know it's like, you know, we don't really know what we're looking at here, but it's such a fine texture. It looks like a woven basket. With a matte taco. Oh my god, if we put a matte taco on it, it would look so good. I kind of like the subtle nail art vibes, right? Like, not all nail art has to be obvious. This is like a sussy nail art. I like to clean up as I go because I find that then it will stick, like it comes off easier. This looks like a wall painting technique, like a brushed wall. Like you'd see it in a really exquisite restaurant that asks you if you want pepper. That's the vibes I'm getting. Would you like some pepper with your linguine, scallop, shrimp, scampini with truffle oil, ma'am? Why, yes. Yes, I would. Please go heavy with the pepper. Alright, let's start with the pinky. Back to painting. Is scampini, did I say? I don't know what scampini is. Is it scampini? Scampi. Is it shrimp scampi? And linguine. I don't fucking know. There will be cooks in the chat who correct me and roast me, I'm sure. It's scampi. Oh, it's scampi, not scampini. I don't know. But like if you mix shrimp scampi with linguine, is it not scampini? Just saying. Alright, we're gonna take the leaf brush. That's this brush in the Holo Taco nail art brush set. Flat edge, angled edge, super skinny on the one side. And we're gonna paint leaves with it. Sometimes you can kind of practice. You can like go like this, like whoop, whoop, it's a leaf. Something like that. Holo Taco X Scampini, the Scampini collection. A collection of 5 legendary courses, 1 for each fingernail. Do not eat it though, we will get sued. Sponsored by Gordon Ramsay. King Prawn could be a name. See how I used the brush to my advantage to kind of like start and then spread it out to make it look leaf-like, so it was kind of effortless just to throw on a few leaves. That's how you can use this brush. We're just gonna go back and finesse them. Cute. Okay, we're gonna paint long grass. Daddy long legs grass. Sponsored by Tidy Cat. Oh my god, we could do a collab with Cat Litter. And then we could have a shade called Litter. And it would just be like granules of like ground up concrete that's like litter, like cement. Isn't that what's litter? Actually, I don't even know. Menchie, what's your litter made of? Glitter. Yo, I love that, and I think it's absolutely hilarious if we did a glitter. But I can't help but think that the average person seeing that would think, ew, that's gross, I don't want that on my nails, and they will negatively associate it. You know what I mean? Which sucks, because sometimes you want to have a sense of humor and like name a shade something funny, but then people will be like, ew, and their psychology will prevent them from thinking that it's a good idea. It's clay. Wow, that's so wild. My cats are playing in clay. Alright, now we're taking my favorite brush, the striping brush. I like to give it a little lick. Or a little nail oil. A little licky first. Not like with your actual tongue. Just lick your finger and then put it on. Don't actually lick brushes that have been touching nail polish. Just in case you did not know. And I'm going to keep going in with Monstera. I like some fresh plants, please. Kitty Glitter is a great name. I like that name. I'm just going to drag my brush through a few times for practice. And now let's paint some longleaf grass. I'm just going in and now I'm going to add some dimension. So like skinnier ones, thicker ones. And that's all really controlled by the amount of pressure and how much you load up on the brush. So if you just put like a tiny bit and then just do a little bit of pressure, you're going to get a way skinnier line. I'm part of the 10% and only recently got into nail polish. Only have experience with one coat black. Any other formula, are other formulas harder for beginners? Good question. I think cremes like one coat black is pretty straightforward for beginners because it's just like a couple coats, one color, nothing you really need to know in particular. Linear holos are a wonderful formula for beginners. That's these guys, for example. We have more colors than just these, but these are the two like rainbow collection shades. Especially the darker ones, they provide full coverage in like 1 to 2 coats. depending on your nail length and, you know, how much you load up the nail. But they apply very much like cremes. Like, you don't need to finesse them or anything. So I find that these are really good for beginners. The lighter shades might take an extra coat just because, like, they're lighter, so slightly more transparent. But those are really easy for beginners, I think, to start introducing into, like, specialty stuff like that, you know, shines rainbows in the light. I think formulas that are usually a little bit trickier for beginners who do not have experience in using them would probably be like chunky glitter polishes. Glitters are the easiest, really? I feel, or unless you were interpreting linear hollows as glitters. I think linear hollows, what I just showed you, the smoother ones, are easy for beginners because they apply like a creme. But the chunky glitters, like the really... like these guys, this is Frostlight. Because it's a jelly base, which is transparent, and then you gotta layer the glitter on evenly, and you have to have patience, and you have to build it up in 3 coats, and wiggle the brush a little bit to distribute the glitter. Really? You guys think they're easy? Oh. I mean, okay, it's hard for me because I'm coming from the position of obviously being able to apply any of the formulas we've come out with without issue. But I just remember seeing in feedback that like the average people seem to have a little bit more struggle with the glitter, like not knowing like how thick should I put it on. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Frosted metals are easy. Why don't you guys tell me, since I don't know, I'm biased. Frosted metals are great for that. Chunky glitters are easier than anything else. Frosted metals easy as hell. Okay, apparently everything is easy. All right, I changed my mind. Every formula Holo Taco has is easy then. Okay, multi-chromes are probably hard though, right? Do we agree? Multi-chromes are tricky for new people, potentially. Because you have to have patience. They're not going to be fully opaque in 1 coat. And by the time you put on the 3rd coat, you want to make sure you're doing it straight lines, or else you're going to have like ziggy-zaggy swipes, which takes a little bit of practice. Do we agree on that? Multi-chrome is the hardest? I mean, like, for a lot of people, it's no problem, but I have a swatch wheel. I cannot locate my swatch wheel because I have 800 of them. Where did it go? Okay, I only have this guy here. This is Chameleon Coat, which is a multi-chrome, but we have 5 like this. These ones, because they have a chromey finish, you can kind of see the streaks where I applied it, but if you don't apply the brush like straight and evenly, you might see a little zig and a zag. So that's why it could be a little tricky for a beginner to apply, because the formula is less forgiving to zigs and zags. But the finish is fucking beautiful. So when you practice and, you know, apply that last coat straight, then it looks amazing. I have too many swatch wheels on my desk. It's a mess. I'm a mess. You're a mess. I'm a mess. You're a mess. Cat's Evasion is my fave. Yes, I love that one. And Misshift. Okay, so most people agree multi-chromes are probably the hardest. So I hope that answered your question, chatter. Thank you, Nicole. I need chat to do a how to paint chunky glitter stream. You need the chat to do it or me to do it? There is a video on Holo Taco called How to Paint with Glitters, something like that. Very early video we posted back when the original Holidays glitter collection was released. But there's some tips in there, including what I mean by like how to wiggle the glitter off the brush. And also teaching people that it's not supposed to be opaque on the 1st or 2nd coat, because in our glitters it's a tinted jelly base, so they are going to be transparent, and that's deliberate so you can see the glitters through each layer, because that's what makes a glitter polish so dimensional, like for the final effect. Some teaching involved though, yeah, to like explain to people. There's some nuance. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Like my glitter brush. You watch me jiggle, jiggle. When are we getting a gray glitter? Do you want glitter? I just said glitter. 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 When are we getting a gray glitter? Do you want a gray glitter? Okay, I'll make you a gray glitter, Cynthia. Just for you. Okay, where were we? We touched grass. We made some grass. Maybe you need some more. I feel like I need more leaves. We have not touched grass yet. We are getting closer. Add bulrushes? What's a bulrush? Is that like a thing with a brown stick on the end? I'm gonna have to Google that. Okay, that looks better. More fuller grass. Like, we used fertilizer on this now. Good job. I'm gonna Google a bulrush. I think I know what you mean, but I'm not I don't know my plants, my outdoor plants. I don't know my plants. Oh yeah, okay, it is what I thought. It's like these things, right? This is like the abstract version of it. Like this wonderful stock image. It's just like, it looks like a piece of poo on a green stick. This is like a nice piece of poo hanging out in the grass, you know, all natural. I always thought they were kind of weird. Didn't people like to pick them off in like the swamps? They're called cattails? Oh. Forbidden corn dog? Nature's corn dog. That or poo. We all have a different perception, different interpretation. You know, it's just like a video game. All right, let's paint some cattails or some bulrushes or some poo. Fuck. How old am I? I'm definitely not 33 years old. It does suit this vibe though, because we have magical mustache brown, so it's kind of perfect. I'm gonna use my little detail brush, tiny detail brush. And I'll put it on the long sticks. There. Perfect. It's so cute. Why is it so cute? I don't know. It looks cute. Just wait until I put a taco on it. Like the grass looks a little uneven right now. I'm actually going to do a little bit of cleanup around the cuticle. We got to trim that grass. looks better. It kind of looks like the logo or the display for that Duck Duck game. Goose. What was it called? Quack like a goose, duck like the game I played, Untitled Goose Game. There's something about the simplicity of the blue sky with the shadowless green on top of it that reminds me of the graphics in that game, Untitled Goose Game. I just need to paint a little goose. Okay, I want to give these leaves a little bit of detail, but I'd feel like I'd be cheating on Julien's collection if I use something else. So I'm gonna use Bet Bet Blue as like a proxy for white, and just to add a little line in the middle of the leaf. Not a proxy, a substitute for white. Go back in with my detail brush. Maybe that wasn't necessary. I think if I give them a little bit of veins, it'll look more intentional. Kind of. Yeah, they kind of look like fallen leaves in a pond. Maybe if I outline them too, I think that'll be like definitely too much. If anything, I'd probably go back in with the green and minimize the blue. Maybe that's what I need to do. There. Okay, that just made it a little more subtle. That kind of works. The gradient reminds you of an oil slick. It kind of does look like that, eh? When you mix the different finishes. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. All we need to do is decide which of these nails deserve a matte taco. So write in the chat which nail, just identify it by what's on it. The leaf nail, dry brush nail, gradient nail, the bush, the bulrush, wow, I cannot talk, nail. And I also have this dry brush nail. Yeah, unfortunately, no one except for me can make a poll. That's just how YouTube works. So I gotta make the poll, which is always harder when I'm doing my nails because like then I have to type like this. that's okay. We're doing content analysis, discourse analysis. Okay, the pond one, bulrush. I cannot say that word. Cattail bulrush. Gradient. Cattail gradient leaf. Cattail gradient dry brush thumb. Leafy guy. All? But then we'd have to do a poll for every single nail. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think I want some of them to be matte and some of them to be glossy. Because Julien did say, which I think was so cool and I really liked, like that this was his take on it, that he likes doing some nails glossy and some nails matte. I know he's not doing nail art, but like, you know, traditional one color. And I think that's really cool. So I'd like to try that within this nail art. Some of them will be glossy, some of them will be matte. Oh my god, my matte taco is in my other room. Hold on. The tea. Alright, we got matte taco and glossy taco. Now I'll just have to, you know, decide which ones will make sense as matte and glossy. And for reference, I can go back to this wheel. Like that looked really nice matte. So I might just paint the leaves matte. We could do one of the dry brushes. Let's do this one glossy and then this one matte, just for some variation. And then the middle nail, I think I want to leave glossy. I think I'm going to leave this one glossy. And then I'll do the grass one will be matte. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. The reason why I want to leave this glossy is because, here, I'll explain. When you make great matte, it definitely kind of kills the chromatic effect. And I feel like I would undo this kind of difference in formula appearance that I have on my middle finger, because it would end up looking a little flatter, closer to a creme if I made it matte. And I kind of like that it's definitely not the same formula look, so I just want to respect that. So I'm going to keep it glossy for that reason. You could do it matte, but the matte grate would look more like this, which is also really cool, but I love it though. It's like a soft industrial pole or something. All right, let's see if I can remember what I just said. Your nails are duck hunt themed. Yes, we're hunting ducks. All right, matte, glossy, glossy, matte. Matte, yes. I always put a really thick coat of matte taco on, and that's because I want to make sure that it's fully coated. I don't want like a small line of glossy, because then I'll be like, fuck, I missed it. Wow. Wow, it looks so good. It's so weird, I love it. When you put that Glossy Taco on, yeah, Victoria's idea, hope you see it. Can you dry brush Glossy Taco over a matte taco for a cool semi-glossy effect? You could. I feel like the consistency of a top coat though, it sticks to itself too much. So if you try and dry brush it just like I did this, you're not gonna get that splitting between each line that you're trying to draw with the dry brush. I have tried this at some point and I found that it basically just ended up like mushing what was underneath this, and each line, like skinny line that you're trying to draw of Glossy Taco ends up running into each other because they stick to each other. So it just looks like a smudge of Glossy Taco as opposed to like separated individual dry brush strokes, just because of the formula of Glossy Taco is designed to be like one thick lacquer coat, whereas nail polish pigment can be split up evenly. There's probably like a chemical explanation for like why the pigments behave like this, but yeah, in my experience that doesn't really work. What you could do though is like a glossy tip on a mat, but you have to like segment which section is glossy as opposed to like try and do both in one place. What did Ben do? Can we go to... Why are you paying... Ben? Wait, why doesn't it have a check mark or a mod thing beside your name? Is that actually Bentendo? Or is this just a YouTube glitch where it doesn't tell you if you're a mod in the super chat? Wow, I've actually never tested that before. Thank you, Ben, or not Ben, for paying $5 Canadian. I know it's actually you. But like, right? Isn't that weird? Why wouldn't it tell me that you're a mod or a verified channel? Do I have to answer your question? Your Honor! I guess I have $5 now. Well, actually, that's not true. YouTube has 30% plus transaction fees of that. So I don't know if we can afford it with that super chat. Super chat, $10? Maybe more like 15, and then we could go. It's like 1 p.m. Ben. I have to have lunch. The bots aren't Canadian. Nice thick coat of matte taco. Another tip, the reason why I'm doing cleanup, like even after a taco, I know it's hard to see, but I did have like a little bit of overspill, is because if you leave the taco, in English, the top coat, on your skin, and then you go about your day, you're more likely to have your manicure peel up because water will get under the top coat that's on your skin, and the top coat won't want to stick to your skin, so it's gonna like get under it here, and then your nail's gonna start peeling off. Holo combo, no, I was just kidding. I didn't mean mods chat. Super chat. Thank you, Holo combo. Justice for Ben and a test. Doesn't seem to show the wrench. Okay, we have confirmed. Thank you, but completely unnecessary. Shout out to our mod, Holo combo. Yeah, that is something I'm gonna let YouTube know because that's a little weird. Like, why wouldn't it carry over a moderator or a verified accounts check? Right? Like, that's a little bit of an oversight. Thank you so much. So I guess now we have to go to Dairy Queen. Holo combo is invited. Also, can I share? I feel like I can share because you guys made it public and it's so cute. And I'm so jealous that one of our mods, Holo Combo, and another one of our mods, Procrastination, who I don't think is here today, they met in real life. I'm so jealous. I saw on your guys' Instagram that you met in real life and you took a bestie manny together where both your hands are in the same picture. And I'm like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so jealous. Obviously, all of our mods are from like all around the world. They, chances are, don't live anywhere near each other. But the fact that one of them was in town near the other person, they decided to meet up. We did! Like, that's so fun. I absolutely love that for you guys. That's so cool. I wish I could do the same. That's so cool. It was just so exciting. Your heart exploded the moment I saw. Exactly. That's so fun. I hope you guys had wonderful tea. We are going to be doing another mod game night, by the way. I think I'm going to do it as a bonus extra stream next Friday. Wait, is it already? Oh my god, it's Saturday. So yeah, this Friday, I guess. This Friday will actually be a bonus stream Friday at the same time that I normally do Wednesday streams. So that's 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll schedule it on YouTube in advance, so you'll see that. But it'll be another mod game night. We'll probably play some Jackbox, with whichever mods are available. So if you want to hang out with us and the mods, we'll be doing that on Friday. And I was gonna paint this dry brush matte. Yeah. This is so cool. Like, I don't know. This looks like an exquisite painter. Are we still doing Wednesday too? Of course. I am not missing out on Detroit Become Human. Okay. For the 54% of you, was it? Who aren't watching the game? Come on Wednesday and watch us suffer. It's so fun. I'm coming for Ben's gig. Yeah, you think Ben is the gamer? No. Also, I know Ben streams on Friday, but he might just end up streaming a bit later, or maybe we'll have like half an hour overlap. I'm not sure. But I was trying to be accommodating of, we have a total of 12 mods. Not all of them will be able to make it at the same time. That seems like that's an impossible task. But trying to find a time where as many as possible, including the ones who weren't able to participate the last time we did it. So yeah, it fell on a Friday night. Sorry, Ben. Now, just wait. It's gonna turn matte. Give it a few minutes. Now I have to take him to Dairy Queen. I know. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm stealing his Friday thunder. I'm stealing his stream day. Isn't there an audience participation mode in Jackbox? Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. I think, did we do that last time? We did, but like accidentally. I didn't know that I would be doing that, but yeah, I'll try and make sure that this time there's audience participation on, but it'll be in games where you're just the audience, like where the audience can vote, as opposed to actually being a primary player in the game, because we do have 12 mods. Not all of them will be playing, because not all of them are available, but I need to make sure that, you know, it's just the mods in the main players of the game, and then the audience will be able to participate in the audience sections, if that makes sense. Thank you, Princess Blingy. The mods rock. Justice Band DQ, my B-Day 6/12. Happy birthday tomorrow, or today, depending on your time zone. Wednesday was the best type of chaos ever. I know, everyone who does not watch gaming, you are missing out, because I did not think I would be a gamer, and now I'm like, holy shit, I need to play this again and again and again. Will we ever get a Simply and Bentendo stream together, either playing together or Bentendo React? This is like, I know that some people who watched me the other day would have paid money to see Ben's face reacting, because he was like screaming at me from downstairs, like in a funny way, and laughing his head off. I could hear him from upstairs, and I think that would be hilarious, but I don't know how to do that without splitting the views, obviously, because if he's reacting to me while I'm live, then a bunch of you will just go to his stream and not mine, so that you could have both. And then you won't have, if you're in the Menchie gang, like you won't have access to all the emotes and participating in the chat, because he doesn't have that on, or the same ones as me, even if he did turn it on. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really know how to do it. I mean, maybe if he like reacted to it after, that makes sense, but then it's also not in the moment, so that's not as fun. I don't know, like it is really tricky. I'm not really sure what to do, but I do think it is hilarious. And if I put his face on while I was playing, which was another suggestion, I would be distracted, because I would be the one controlling, like I control the system of what's displaying on screen. Like I'd be the one who's like going like this, you know, adding his face, and it would be distracting to me to watch his face. So yeah, I don't know. Pipe him through Discord? Yeah, but then I'd be seeing it, I guess is my point. That's what a Ben cam would be. It'd be like Menchie cam, but Ben, but I would be seeing it. So, and then I wouldn't want his audio. Like I don't want to hear his audio, because I would be too distracted. But then you guys, I don't want you to have his audio either, or else it's like 3 people talking. I don't know what to do. I don't know the best solution. Okay. Oh, this is dry now. So this is it with Matt Taco. Totally a different vibe. I don't know. You could reverse back a few minutes and see which one you like better. You can see the colors like a little bit more clearly when it's matte, and the grate kind of looks sparkly, but I kind of think it looked better when it was glossy. Yeah, that's what I think. Like this looks really good, this finger, and glossy. But I absolutely love that we picked to do the planty nails in matte. Like that looks really good. This looks so cute, matte. I love that this is matte. It looks like a children's storybook. And the gradient nail, I think we made the right call making that one glossy. Look at that, just like the transfer from a creme formula to the chromey formula. My experiment worked. I really like how that turned out. Even though it's a weird color choice, I think it totally suits the vibe. It looks good. Thank you, Kineni. How about just a reaction video of last Wednesday by Ben? Yo, that's up to Ben. Ben, if you want to make one, I will not claim you. I was laughing so hard, I was making my dog concerned. I know. It's so bad. I laughed, like, there's probably a clip of me just towards the end there where I was like, what the fuck? All right, chat.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think? What do we think? Menchie, did I just wake you up? No. This is totally like Julien swamp vibes. Come on, we gotta pose. This is what I was teaching Julien in all those TikToks. All right, look at this natural hand pose. It looks like I belong with the bottle. We're just chilling. We're just doing a little dance back and forth, casually placing the tips of our nails over the edge of the glass, folding our knuckles at just the right angle, and a little bit of swerve, just a little bit, just like that. Yeah, looks good. You need 5 bottles to hold? I do not want to drop my nail polish. Julien has done enough drop tests that we never need to do one at the warehouse ever again. Swampy cabin vibes, duck hunt Manny, marsh nails, slay in the marsh. These are definitely interesting vibes. For reference, here's where we started. That was kind of our thinking process. Swatch wheel I painted several months ago with the original prototypes for this collection. And when I was testing out nail art brushes, just trying to like, you know, also show Julien, here's some random shit I painted with your potential colors. I'm not happy with the thumb, to be honest. I totally covered up I'm live, so that's a little disappointing. My bad. We're missing Holo? Yeah, I know, but I'm respecting the vibes of the collection. I think it turned out great, though. I think... Okay, what's your favorite nail? I'd say my favorite nail is the gradient. I think that it just, like, looks so cool. It looks like a flag. I love the grate being in the middle, kind of tying the two crowns together. I think that's super cool. Also, this dry brush nail looks really, really pretty. Probably, okay, these two nails are my favorite. These two nails. But these two nails on the outside are the cutest. Like, these are super cute. They look like a picture book. Guys, we did nail art. Shocking. Can you believe we just did nail art? Oh my god, what happened to Simply Nailogical? Truth be told, I can't be wearing this for that much longer because I have swatching to do. Shh. But we gotta film the podcast tomorrow, so I'll keep this on for the podcast. And then I'll change my nails so you don't see it, What's on my nails is like the biggest, is more than just a question of what am I wearing. I always need to think about like, fuck, what am I filming? What am I streaming? When will I be seen? What if I need to Snapchat something? I need to use my other hand. Okay, well, if I put this only on one hand, then it won't be on the other so I can hide it. There is so much more thought that goes into like, wait, can I swatch or test these? Because if I do, I will need to take them off in this many hours or this many days, or else, you know, people will think a collection is coming out tomorrow. What's the podcast? Good question. Chat, what's the podcast? We missed last week because we were so busy. I thought we were going to do unpopular opinions, like a Reddit one. It's been a while since that. But I want it to be fun. Okay, Ben? That's the criteria. Unpopular opinions, but fun. A sticker on the thumb? Yes, let's do that. Gotta let it dry a little bit more. You don't want to put the stickers on right after you've painted your nails, whether Glossy or Taco, because then if you try and push it down, you are going to smush the nail polish underneath. So I recommend like hours, honestly, until it's like completely dry. I'll do it a little bit more carefully, but... Funny, unpopular opinions. Malicious compliance. I did look into that, but I can't remember what our conclusion was about that. That, like, I guess it was all just related to workforce and corporate. So we thought maybe, like, some people wouldn't find that interesting or wouldn't be able to relate. I don't know. Did you see JJ McCullough's clip on the C11 pod in his shorts? I did. And they used a clip of Ben. It was so cute. I like that they used Ben and not me. That's good. That means he's being recognized as his own YouTuber. Bentendo. Please do another reaction to our Am I the Asshole? We could do that, Ben. We could do that because we still have submitted stuff from you guys. Christine explains movies is the best. No, it's the worst. But thank you. When will you upload a vid? This is a video. You're watching it right now. Isn't that amazing? Build that brand, Ben. Let's go. All right, we'll think about it. We do have to film tomorrow in order to get it up for Taco Tuesday. Christine explains sports? No, you don't want that because I'll just be bad and then people will just be mad. We need Julien on the podcast. We've taken enough of Julien's time. I really appreciate like all the time that he dedicated to Holo Taco, us streaming for so long. I wouldn't want to use any more of his precious time. Also, you can watch a lot of our stuff already, like my stream with him. There's been some highlights that have come out. And then his stream is still on Twitch if you want to watch that. Have you guys quit your crime analysis jobs to work the business full time? Ben announced that he had retired in a podcast a month ago, 2 months ago. So he's already messaged that. I am currently on leave, but I am still technically employed. Do a HT community related pod. We are going to do that. Definitely. For the celebration of year 3 of Holo Taco. So yeah, this July is Holo Taco's 3rd year anniversary, which is like crazy. Like it's been 3 years. What happened, Menchie? It's wild. I'm so proud, obviously. And like we did a few podcasts on kind of the business and some questions that people had. And we've answered a lot of questions already. We've been like totally open about some of the rationales behind some big decisions, like why we make and produce in the States as opposed to Canada, given that I am Canadian. So those answers are already out there. So when we do a 3rd podcast on Holo Taco business, I wouldn't want to repeat all the answers that we've already given because that might be redundant for people who've already listened to it. So we'll try and figure out something. I think it's time we do like another Holo Taco year 3 and, you know, reflecting on 3 years now without being too repetitive of things we had already said in the year 1 or the year 2 podcast. You know what I mean? We'll probably put a call out for questions if that makes sense, but we'll have to like not do the ones that we've already answered. Unless we have a different answer, which is totally possible. Because probably if I were to watch the first podcast we did on Holo Taco and I was answering like my opinions or views about what I thought we were going to do or whatever, they might be different. Like I definitely said we weren't interested in collabs at some point early on. And you know, that's changed because it's been 3 years. So businesses change over time. So maybe we do end up repeating some questions with that context. But that won't be this week. That'll be in July at some point. Podcast idea. Ben ranks the DQ Blizzards flavors. That sounds like his stream. He should do that on stream. Almost to open business secrets. I know, I get in trouble. Not from the team, but like from you guys. Yeah, that's kind of an issue that I'm constantly facing. Is I want to share stuff. Oh, thank you for the gifted memberships, Amy. Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang. 5 of you get to enjoy Menchie and Zyler and simply emotes and Ben stop emojis now. I do like to share stuff behind the scenes. I feel like I always want to explain myself. That's just my personality problem, really. Because I see like people coming to conclusions somewhere on a forum and that's like the wrong conclusion, but they just don't have the information. So I'll like explain it on stream or something, but then not everyone listens to my stream. And then I'll just be discouraged that no one heard me. Or sometimes I'll want to share something that would totally explain a conclusion that people are trying to reach, but I can't because it would not be smart to tell you at this time for a good reason. But I can't tell you that. And, you know, when you have to talk in these abstractions, like hypothetically, or I can't tell you, like that's really annoying also, obviously, to listeners. So I try not to do that either. I don't know. It's extremely challenging. It's probably one of the most challenging things about Holo Taco is how much I want to tell you, but then how much like I probably shouldn't for the best interests of Holo Taco. And like, it's not like you're trying to hide anything. It's not malicious or anything. It's just literally like business. Can we see Simply visit the HT manufacturing? So we haven't been there since before COVID because of COVID. I've never traveled internationally at all since COVID, but we are finally we're gonna go. We're planning to go at some point soon. I don't know what content I'll be able, like how much I can show, but I'm gonna see what I can do when it makes sense to go. And I will let you know what I can let you know for sure. By car or by plane? Yeah, good question. I know there's been so much news. I know only 6 to 8% of you are Canadian, but for all the Canadians who are constantly flying through Toronto as a hub, I've just seen so much news about airport delays, like flights being canceled. Like Air Canada just canceled 10% of their flights for the month of June with more expected. I saw that on the news yesterday. And it's just kind of wild for anyone trying to fly through Canada to the States. So if we go, we might just drive. And there's also like, I don't really want to be in an airport. I understand that a lot of people need to use airports for, you know, business or family related reasons, and that's fine. I'm just trying to avoid it if I can, in part because the last thing I really want would be to be stuck at an airport. Do you like frogs? Oh yeah, frogs are great. Frogs are sick. I love how they camouflage and they just chill, you know? They just don't bother anyone. I love frogs. Thank you for the super chat, Aubrey. It's similar in the UK. Yeah, flights are tough. In the Netherlands too? In the UK? Get a limo. Okay, yeah, no. Ben's a frog. Ben is still a frog. He has to be turned into a prince. How long does the drive take? From Ottawa to New York or like New Jersey area, it's probably like 8 hours, which is would be the longest amount of time I'm in a car. I get car sick, and I'm not just saying that. Like I actually get car sick to the point where I need to open a window and try not to throw up. And that started happening to me when I used to drive downtown to do auditions when I was a kid for child acting. And I think it's because of the motion sickness you develop when you're trying to read while you're in transit. Someone else who's like a doctor can explain it. But anytime you try and read or write or like concentrate on like a stable piece of paper, I was always trying to do my homework in the car because I was a kid still in school. But the drive to downtown from my house was like an hour and a half, 2 hours in traffic because I lived in the suburbs and all the auditions were downtown Toronto, auditioning for commercials. And I would get constantly like sick trying to do my fucking math homework while we were driving and stopping and driving in traffic. And ever since that in my childhood, I've always gotten car sick when I'm a passenger and trying to read or do anything in the car, like use my phone. And it just really sucks. Because otherwise, like I'm going to sit in the car for 8 hours and not edit something on Twitter or like edit a TikTok, you know what I mean? Like I have things I need to do. I don't get sick on a plane though. It's just in the car. Your brain feels both still and in motion at the same time. Yeah. And then I literally like feel like I can't breathe. I have to open the window as long as we're not on the highway because that would just hurt my ears. But I have to open the window, like put my phone down and be like, and try and breathe. Car sick adult, yeah. So it's making you sick because the receptors that determine your direction and acceleration vestibular labyrinthine system are getting confusing inputs. Thank you, Holly22. Yes, that sounds like you're right. I don't know. I can't validate that, but that sounds smart. I'll accept. Why do people get motion sickness? Is it psychological? I don't think so. I think it's somatic, meaning like it's actually an effect you feel on your body. But I don't know. Like, I don't really know how to answer that. I'm not an expert in it. All I know is I've felt it since developing it as a child, when I was exposed way too much to having to write and focus on a piece of paper while driving for hours. And I honestly think that's what did it to me. So I still have it today. Maybe this is my privileged European brain, but is there no high-speed rail connection? There's probably way less here than what I hear about Europe having, like, really good high-speed rail where you could just take a train from like one country to another, 45 minutes. We're in Portugal now, or you're in Spain now. I don't think, like, we have some trains, but definitely there is no train from Ottawa to New Jersey. There's no one train. So you're either driving or flying. Rail transport in USA is pathetic. Yeah. I don't know much about rail transit across the United States. I know there's very few in Canada, and then we have these like trains that aren't that high speed, but they're still trains, like the Via Rail train. I don't think that that's actually qualifies as high speed, but like, I'm not the authority on what's a high speed train. All I know is I took the Via Rail train when I was a student from Toronto to Ottawa, and you basically get from one location to the other in the same amount of time that it would take to drive. Like, it would take 4.5 hours whether you took the train or whether you drove the highway. So it didn't really like change anything. It just meant that it was good for students who didn't have cars. You could just pick along the schedule. You didn't have to worry about driving. And you could get cheap passes. Like, I remember I used to get a pass for 6 passes at once, knowing that I'd have to go back and forth for every holiday, and I didn't have a car in first year university. So I just did that. But I don't think it's not any faster than driving. Menchie is a donut, yeah. Apparently, motion sickness can be trained. I will be all ears for any tips. It can be trained away, or you can be trained to have it. I remember, I don't know who taught me this. I feel like a doctor who like didn't know how to help taught me this. I've tried it. It never worked, but I will still never forget this lesson. I'll just tell you in case it works. If you're sick in the car, you're supposed to... Yo, I'm not a doctor. Someone told me this, but I don't think there's any risk in sharing this. You're supposed to take your hands, go like this, and press on like the pressure point. Like there's like that spot in your wrist that's kind of like empty almost under your vein. Apparently, if you press those down and you hold, that's supposed to help some people. Obviously, not like everyone. Apparently, some people have found that could alleviate motion sickness while in a vehicle. I have never personally found it to do anything at all, so. But yeah, I just remember someone telling me that. There's also drugs. You could just take drugs. I prefer not to take drugs because I like to keep my mind alert because I'm always trying to do something in the car. So I don't want to take Dramamine or some of the other suggestions in the chat because then I would just fall asleep. And I don't want to fall asleep. There's a bracelet you can wear? Maybe. You take ginger or just have tea? Yes, I always need to stop when I'm in a car. For tea, for pee, and for relief from motion sickness so I can get on my phone. Yeah, I know there's probably non-drowsy drugs. I don't know what it is. The only drug I take religiously is like Advil. When I have a headache. The pressure point thing just has to be held for a long time. That's why there's bands made for it. You've used it and it actually works. Yeah, I'm sure there's some people who found that it works. I remember trying it for a while. Maybe I'm just too impatient. I can't do it. I'll take tea always. You need to be the driver? Yeah, but I'm really bad at like directions too. I feel like I only really like driving in places I'm familiar with. So I'll drive to Toronto, no problem, obviously, because I grew up there. But driving to New Jersey, driving across a border for me is very intimidating personally when it's not something I do regularly. But I have no issues with like hopping on the highway and, you know, driving to Toronto. But that's because I've been doing that since I was 17 years old. Since like I literally got my license, I've been driving back and forth on the highway to Toronto. But I never drive across the border. You're a good driver. Thank you. Okay, let me rephrase. I'm a great driver. But I don't like driving in locations that I'm completely unfamiliar with, especially like a different country where all of a sudden the speed limit is like in a different metric. And I have, you know, people drive differently in different areas. It's like whenever I drive to Quebec, there's a different driving style in Quebec where everyone just like honks at you all the time. Kind of similar to downtown New York, maybe a little bit different. That's not how people drive where I am in Ottawa or in the greater Toronto area where I grew up. So like it just makes me so overwhelmed to be driving amongst a population of other cars that have a totally different style. And then I'm just like, what the fuck? So while I'm a great driver, I also am a great enough driver to know that I don't want to put myself in a position where I am not comfortable with the other cars around me. You know what I mean? How far is it from Toronto to Ottawa? About 4.5 hours driving without speeding. Like, I love driving where I know how to drive. Like I would never drive on the other side of the road in Australia just because I'd be too nervous. I'd be like, I'm not fucking doing it. I do not want to be responsible for all of our deaths. Could you take a train? No, there's no train from Ottawa to New Jersey. No, I do not drive slow. I grew up in cars, guys. Remember, my dad owned a car shop and I worked for car shops for years. Even when I was in university, I'd come back and work in car shops. But I just don't like driving in new situations where the climate and the culture of how people drive is totally different than what I'm used to. I don't recommend driving in New Jersey. It's terrifying. See? Like, when I hear things like this, I'm like, yeah, nope. What is Ben saying? Take Christine to the racetrack? Yo, I love that. Like, I love the culture of racing and just, you know, I have an appreciation for high performance cars and upgrades and so on, but I've also just been too nervous to do it myself. Like, I can totally appreciate other people doing it, but I've been like, I can't accept the risk on me to actually be the driver. You know what I mean? Which is fine. Like, it's fine. Everyone's allowed to have their own comfort level. And if you're not comfortable with something like driving on a racetrack, then you should not drive on a racetrack. Don't freak her out. The highways in upstate New York are just like Ontario. No. Upstate New York, yeah, is probably pretty tame because it's just like whatever. Nothing going on there, right? But once we get into the city... No, I'm not doing a racetrack driving. How do we get here? Yeah, good question. I don't know. Racetrack. I dream of getting my car on the track. This is one of our Discord mods, Ben. I hear you. I worked for a Porsche performance shop growing up, or when I was like 19, 20, 21. And most of their clients would take their Porsches on the track. So they did a lot of like software upgrades and whatever to optimize it. And that was so cool and fun and interesting to learn. But I just could never bring myself to do it, like to actually drive on the track myself, because I was always just like terrified that I would not do it well or I would be too cautious. And you need to be confident when you're in the position of driver on the racetrack, right? Like, you do not want to be like, if there's a nervous person on the track, get them the fuck off. Like, it's not safe. And I'm just maybe a little bit too nervous, which is fine. But I wish that for you if that's something that you want to do. That's awesome. Welcome to the Menchie Gang. I'm a cat. Menchie, you got some cats out here. Cats are gonna get to use emotes now. We'll go karting. Yeah, I've driven go-karts before. However, there's a go-kart place. I think it's in part of Quebec. And I remember you have to wear like a fire suit. Not all go-kart places are the same, but some of them use go-karts that are like full-ass engines with fuel, and you have to wear a fire suit in them. Like, this is like real go-karting, and you have to sign a waiver that like you're gonna wear a fire suit, and if something explodes, you've just signed your life away. And that scared the fucking shit out of me, even though it's, you know, it doesn't happen that much things explode and someone dies. It makes me nervous to even have to like read that waiver or put on a fire suit and be like, oh my god, really? Like, do I actually want to take this risk? I don't know, guys. I'm not very much of a risk taker, obviously. There's other go-karts that like are not like that are just electric go-karts. But it's the same reason why I would never skydive. It's just not a risk I personally am willing to take. I think it's totally cool if that's what you want to do. But for me, it's like, yeah, no thank you. The thrill and experience of skydiving is not enough. It does not weigh enough against the risk that I perceive. So it's not for me. I'd rather be boring than skydive. I'm okay with staying home. I am not jumping out of a plane. Maybe with VR? Yeah, in a video game. In a video game, we will skydive. We will blow up our go-karts. We will actually blow up an entire ship and just let everyone die, like happened on Wednesday. That's what we'll do on a video game. No problem. And I'll still be traumatized. Christine, you're not going to get canceled for being risk averse. I mean, you never know. It's totally possible. What is she doing? She's having a bathathon over there. Nail art on this channel? What? I know, we did nail art here.
What do you think?
Oops.
What do you think?
If you're coming in late, we actually did nail art, and now we're just talking shit. I should probably go, though, because apparently I owe Ben a Dairy Queen. Alright. So that's our Julien vibes swamp lady dirty art manicure. We love it. But I will see you guys on Wednesday. We're doing Detroit Become Human Part 6. And we're renaming the stream to simply Remain Android, because that's been the path that it turns out I'm taking. It turns out that I am actually, in fact, a robot. The name of the game said Become Human, and I was like, what? Nah. I hope to see everyone there, including those of you who maybe aren't interested in gaming. I highly recommend that you watch just like from the middle of the last stream. Is that the recommendation? Or if you click the timestamp that says like where Simply got fucked up. Start from there. Even if you don't know any of the story, maybe you'll be like, okay, I kind of get it. You'll kind of get it for that. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for painting with me. Don't forget to share your manis with hashtag #PaintWithSimply so I can find them on social media. And thanks to the mods, thanks to all the new members, thanks to all the gifters. And I will see you guys all on, well, you'll see me on Taco Tuesday because we'll have a podcast. And then I will see you live right back here for Detroit Become Human Wednesdays. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all later. Bye. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Forgot to say that. Yes, hope you have a wonderful weekend, rest of the week. It is Saturday. Enjoy the day. Go touch grass. Go touch grass with your nails. If you painted grass on your nails, then you are exempt from touching grass. It's up to you what you want to do if you want to actually touch the grass. You could just paint grass. Now that I've painted grass on my nails, I can just say I've touched grass. See how that works? Got him.